Hello everyone, my name is Brad, also known as Radiator, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get started with a costume, or specifically Loki and Bellona from the game Smite. I'm going to show you how to get started with it, how to get your patterns, and how to get started. The way I get I started recently, I'm using a program called Pepakura. I'm putting the files in, and putting it into flat pieces and doing that. That's a whole different tutorial. But today I'm going to show you how I used to do it and how I used to get the patterns and the shapes and all that stuff. Right. So what I used to do is I would take a piece of paper, I would pull up a picture of the side picture, front, back, left of all the characters. I would put it big on the screen and I would match the sizes with my body parts. So say I wanted Loki's arm. So I would pull up Loki's arm via a 3D model or a still image, and I would lay my arm against the monitor. And I would scale it up or down and get it to the size I wanted. And then when I had it, I would make it as flat as possible, and I would take a piece of paper, tape it to my monitor, and I would trace the outline of it and the details and all of that. And then, doing that, I have my pattern. And then I would clean up my pattern using these, I forget what these are called, but they're curving stencils, so you can help with curves. So if you have a curve, you can use that. Or use a metal ruler for the ruler, doesn't have to be metal, for the straight parts, and you clean it up. When you have that clean, you cut it out with either scissors or X-Acto knives or knives, but you cut it out and then there's your template. And then you can use that to get your details and all that. And that's how I did before that's how I did all of my costumes. That's how I did my Janus costume, my Mercury costume, some of my Loki. That's how I got these. I just put the paper on top of my monitor, I scaled it up to my size, and then I transferred it, cut it out, and that's how I got my details and my patterns. Okay. Another way you can do it is another way you can get your patterns is by putting pieces of paper or what I'm going to show you on your body and using that. Say there's a curved piece. There's a curved piece, you don't know how to get the curve and how to get it to do that. Like this. Here's a curved piece. I had to cut triangles and then curve it. Here is Bellona's arm piece that I also have curved. Here is the template I have. I transferred it to foam, which is my material I use. Once I glued foam together, I had a nice quarter circle, or quarter sphere. I did the same with the pattern for Loki's shoulder piece. The way that you can get this without using Pepakura or any other kind of modeling softwares or whatever, you need tinfoil, or not tinfoil, aluminum foil, preferably heavy duty, and duct tape. Or you can use masking tape, or instead of aluminum foil, you can use saran wrap. Doesn't really matter, depends on what you like better. I use the aluminum foil, and you'll need a ball. Could be a basketball, could be whatever ball, whatever size you need. Bellona's piece fits right on this ball. So what we're going to do take your tin foil, slap it on the ball. You want to smooth it out so it's nice and flat so you don't have any problems. now you have a ball covered in tinfoil. Well, this is where the tape comes in. Take your tape, and you carefully lay it flat on your ball. Okay. Alright. So now you have a ball covered in mostly tinfoil and duct tape. So you take a Sharpie or any kind of marker, anything you can easily mark the tinfoil with, or the duct tape. So you will draw the pattern out for this quarter sphere, or if you needed Loki's shoulder piece or his like elbow piece, you would draw. This is like kind of an egg shape, a little bit, kind of an oval. You draw an oval out, and then you cut that out. For easier sake, I'm just going to do this quarter circle. So you will want to use either a ruler or something, or if you can draw a straight enough line, just first you need to find out the very center of the ball, which I believe is about here. So I will draw a circle or a dot on each spot. Okay. And then I will draw a line going across all the way to the other side. And then to do the angle, I will do it the other way at 90 degrees. So now you have should be, if not, it is close to a quarter of a sphere. So now that you have that drawn, if you can remove the tinfoil from the ball and get this out of here. So now you take your scissors and you cut out the shape you drew out. Make sure you don't use like your mom's good scissors or your nice scissors, because tinfoil especially will dull the crap out of your scissors. So be mindful whose scissors you're using. Okay, so now you should have a pretty nice quarter sphere or what have you. I used not very big of a ball, or I didn't draw it very straight, but it's close. It'll be close enough. So now you have the right shape, just not the right size. You might want to use a basketball or any different sized ball, or even a balloon. You could even use a balloon. Be careful not to put too much pressure on it because it could explode. You could even paper mache a balloon and do that method. Do paper mache and draw out your pattern, cut it out, and there you have a probably better shape and different size. So the problem we have here is this is a curve. We can't get it flat. So what you end up having to do, to use these scissors again, you could use either, since it's so large, I'm using scissors to start. So you will cut downward until it starts to smooth out, right? So now this part is flat. So now the only other curves we have to worry about are these two. So we cut to the center. Ouch. We cut to the center. And now it should be much more flat. See? So now you can flatten it because if you put it on foam, the foam will stretch and you shouldn't have a problem with making a curve. So now we have a flat version of the curve. See, and that's where all these lines come out from, is these big curved parts. See, it's kind of close. If you need to adjust it even little bits, you could add, what you could do is add duct tape to there, and duct tape the other side, and then adjust it more and more. I've done that before. Works out fine. Or you could just redo it as a whole. So, here is a curved template for you. So now, you're probably thinking, awesome, I have the curved part. Well, what about the other pieces? Like a giant chest piece, or the arms, or anywhere else. You could do that same process on your own body. I use it for making helmets, use it for arm pieces, whatever. So you could take your tinfoil. I'm using a mannequin because it's the exact same size as me, so it's really convenient. So you just have someone like wrap your chest up, or a mannequin. You wrap it up in the tinfoil. Wrap the chest up in tinfoil, wrap the duct tape, draw your patterns, cut it out, you have a big chest pattern. Or if you need a tighter, like, arm piece, wrap the arm up, duct tape it, draw your pattern, cut it off, there you go. So now, also say you need patterns for this here, for these ridges, and you don't quite know how to get that shape or whatever. A trick I learned is, I'm going to be using Loki's for this. You can take a piece of paper, put it against that line, against that part. Once you have this part finished, take some pins and pin the paper to the foam piece, or attach it somehow. So you get that pinned on there, and you can take your marker, and you can draw your shape out. I'm just doing a quick overview of it. So yeah, so you draw where pieces and the top of it. Then once you take it off, you'll have your shape that you can cut out and attach to your curve. And that could work with all types of different curves and etc. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you taught something you didn't know, or just informed you a little more. But that's how to make patterns and where to start with some costumes and get all your basic stuff you need to start. So if there's any other hints or something you're not quite sure on you want to know, leave a comment about it. I'll see if I can make a video about it. So if you want to see more, subscribe. If you enjoyed, like that, hit the like button. Thanks for watching.